Hi Mecca Beauty Junkies, my name's Raquel and I'm from Mecca Cosmetica. Today I'm going to show you how to create an eye look using one of my all-time favourite products, Ombre Black Star from By Terry in the colour Bronze Moon. So before I get started, I want to make sure that my eyes are incredibly hydrated and looking nice and luminous. Now to do that, I've used one of my all-time favourite eye creams. It's from La Mer and it's called the Illuminating Eye Cream. You just need a pea size, and first of all you put it right here underneath your eye, just under that orbital bone, and then up on here on the top. Before I go ahead and put on my Ombre Black Star, I want to make sure my eyes have got some eye primer on them. Now the reason you would use an eye primer is to make sure that your eye makeup stays on all day without creasing. And second of all, the reason why I love this By Terry Hyaluronic Eye Primer is that it actually has a little bit of pigment in there. So if you do have a little bit of redness on the base of your lids like I do, you can see it here, it just helps to get rid of that redness. My eyeshadow is going to last all day because I, for one, have super oily eyelids. So let's get into it. This is the By Terry Ombre Black Star right here. I'm going to swatch it a little bit on the back of my hand so you can see how beautifully illuminating and the kind of the bronze color that it has. One of the main reasons why I absolutely love using this product is that it's really simple and easy. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort, but it looks like you've got a nice professional look instantly. I want to show you two different looks of how to wear this. First of all, by itself. Second of all, I'm going to add a few extra products just to make sure it's a little bit more glamorous and maybe take you into the evening time. So for me, the easiest way to apply it is to, first of all, roll it up so it's up and down. I like to apply it right on the base. So I like to blend it in an upwards motion so it's nice and diffused and you don't get that stop-start line. So I might just grab a little more. And I want to take it all the way up into the crease of my eye. So if you were looking naturally, you see how it's just getting a little bit higher up here. And I generally put a little bit more in areas that I want to blend it out to. And instantly it just has this incredible reflection, and it's so light reflective that when you put it on at these different sort of parts of your eye, it looks darker and lighter in different areas. So I'm just going to do my other eye now, and in that same motion I'm blending it upwards all over the lid, just into that crease part. I love that I can use my fingers here and not a brush. It is incredibly easy. This is the end of the first look. If you were to apply a little bit of eyeliner and some mascara, you would absolutely have a nice finished look here, but I want to keep going and show you a few more tips and tricks. So the first thing that I'm going to do is apply a NARS colour in this single eyeshadow called Nepal, and I want to do it using a nice soft blending brush like so. So I pick up a little bit of colour in the blending brush, and I'm applying it just on the outside edges of my eye, kind of in that crease, but getting a little bit further up towards the brow bone. The reason I'm doing this, it makes the look a little bit more sort of softer and diffused and adds that graduation of color as it's going upwards. Now, Nepal in Mecca term or Mecca land is actually one of our all-time favorite products. You can absolutely use this product by itself. It's a really soft, beautiful peach color. This particular one all over the lids is a really nice daytime look, but I find that just blending it through here just helps that really gentle graduation of color. We're going to have a bit of fun with it now. I'm going to take this eyeshadow from NARS again. It's called New York. It's that beautiful sort of brown, but it also has a bit of burgundy color in here. So if you've got light eyes, it is magic. Again, I'm going to use the same blending brush, but I want to be really quite specific of where I'm putting this one. It's going to go through the crease, but not as high as I put the previous color. So I do put it in that eye, like in that socket area here. When I'm doing it at home, I pretty much look straight ahead in the mirror, put the brush in and blend back and forth. You don't have to like squint and close your eyes when you're doing it at home. The final eyeshadow step is using a color from NARS. Again, it's in one of their matte ranges and it's called Bengali. This is a color that you can use on the lash line as like an eyeliner, but I want to put it right here on this outside edge of my eye. And I should have introduced, I'm using a bullet brush. So it's a little bit more targeted. It's when you want to apply a color in a certain area, you want it to be nice and intense. just on this outside edge of my eye. I'm not going all the way in, but almost in that very sort of gentle patting motion. And as you can see, it's just added that little bit more depth on the outside here compared to this one. One of the last steps is to make sure that my eyes are nice and defined. I'm going to use the Mambo eyeliner from NARS. This is a brown, but it's got quite a bit of like a burgundy red in it as well. So again, if you have really light eyes, it works absolute charm. I like to, again, start from the outside, work your way in. As you can see, this Mambo eyeliner has just defined my eyes, and because of that burgundy brown color, it really makes the blue pop. The liquid liner I'm going to use is from Stila. It's just in the color called Intense Black. And the thing that makes this super, super easy to use it almost has like a felt tip pen on the end of it. So it's like you've got like a texture and you're drawing on your eye. Again, I just very gently place it on my lash line, and you're sort of just painting in the color. But you see on this eye how it's a little bit more defined. That intense black color really makes it pop and stand out. This really is a color, or a product I should say, that really lasts all day. Hence the name Stay All Day Liquid Liner. Before I go ahead and put my mascara on, I want to make sure that my lashes are super curled. I'm using the Kevyn Aucoin eyelash curler. When you're curling your lashes, you want to make sure that the lash is coming through on the other side of the curler. I like to pump it so you're not opening and closing it, and you can see how these lashes are so much more curled than the others. So you go in there and then pump. The final step is to use the By Terry Mascara Terribly. I'm using the Blackest Black. The brush on this baby is unbelievable. So I do this naturally, but I'll explain to you what I'm doing. I like to get off all of the excess mascara on the outside just to make sure that there's not too much going onto your eye all at once. The other great thing about this mascara is that it actually has these tiny little wonderful fibers in there that attach to your own lashes. It doesn't make them clumpy, but it does give them incredible volume, which I love. And your eyelashes are going to look longer and longer, and then you'll start having the problem of wearing sunglasses and it's going to start hitting the end of the lens. Good problems, first world problems, right? You might be wondering why I haven't put any mascara or eyeshadow underneath my eyes. I've actually done this on purpose. I wanted to create a look that was a little bit cleaner, a bit fresher. Obviously still it's got those smoky colors, but I do believe that when you don't put as much color underneath, it can help to create more of a sort of open, wide eye look. There you have it, Makeup Beauty Junkies. I've shown you two looks today. Firstly, just with the Ombre Black Star from By Terry. Secondly, I've added a few more colors to make the look a little bit more glamorous. Stay tuned for more Makeup Beauty Junkie tutorials and how-to videos. Bye for now.